Are you ready to create a life you crave? Let's spin that doom loop of negativity into an upward success cycle and start living lucky.
Drops keep falling on my head.
Feel it on my fingertips.
Yes, feel it on my feet.
Not of the rain.
Lots
There's
of
many
songs about
rains.
rain.
There's many rain songs, right?
Without rain, there's no flowers.
Without rain, there's no rainbows.
Oh, that's even bigger.
Keep going.
Without rain, there's no moistness.
Oh, he just took it too far. Scoot over. I gotta get my
Move
wheels.
over, Bacon. Now there's something
I gotta get my
meatier.
wheels up. Did he just call me meteor?
Because you're like a comet.
How dare your husband call you meaty?
You're a meteor.
Like no woman wants to be called meaty.
Let's find the gratitude in that.
Okay. Meaty. Maybe I'm meaty right here. That's all I can say. I have meaty areas. Good morning, David. Good morning, Julian. Good morning, Patrick. We are in the middle of a storm. So as you can imagine, Tater is running around like, oh my God, what's happening?
She seems to breathe a lot better during storms.
Yeah. And she has that breath that's coming from an intestine. Do you know what I'm talking about?
It's coming from somewhere. It might be coming from a little past the intestine, a little past that.
He went too far again, right? He took it just an inch too far.
It's guttural.
This morning we're talking about aha moments. Aha moments.
Yes.
And I think it was Oprah that actually coined that phrase.
Oh. Well,
did you just have an aha moment right now?
Because I can see it. I can see how that she would be kind of the one. Because
in fact, I think I was watching. I used to be a diehard Oprah watcher. I would come home from school and watch Oprah. She came on at 3:00, and I think school got out at 3:10. I would rush home to watch Oprah. Anyway, that was back in the day, and I believe I remember the episode where she literally went, aha. And then she went, aha. Like she put a finger up, almost like, you point at your little bubble cloud. And that became her signature thing.
Aha moment.
An aha moment. Sometimes before that, I think we would call it, oh, I just had a light bulb moment. But for Oprah, it was an aha.
I just got goosebumps all over because so often we just got back from a conference.
Yes.
We've got a mini conference tonight.
Yes.
And so often
we're going to the Better Man event. Is it Better Man?
This is bold. So this is just called the Bold event.
Bold Men?
Bold men. Yeah.
Bolder men.
Be bold.
Be bold men. Yeah. We don't know what it's called, but we're working it.
Jana's working it. I'm attending.
Yes, I'm working it. Only women can work it, right? Only women
and
can
students
work it.
Because it's for.
I'm not working it like that.
It's designed because it's designed for men.
For men, yes, for men, not for men, but for men.
Yeah, a lot of play on words. But it's often, and even just reading something or seeing something or having these thoughts, we think, oh, I can see how that's going to apply and that's going to make a drastic change in my life for the better. And we don't hold on to those thoughts. We don't live into them, or we don't take that next best step towards that thought.
And I think what's key is to do it immediately.
Yes.
It's like, what can I do right now to take me toward that? Although
at a minimum, you have to put it on the calendar and make it real.
And write it down.
Yes.
Write it down is so key.
One of the biggest mistakes I make is thinking this is such a pivotal moment that there's no way I'm going to forget it.
Oh, I do that all the time. Do you know how many books I've written in my head? And mental ink fades fast.
Yes.
I have learned that lesson over and over, because then I come back and I say, what was it that I was going to write about? Or even every morning we're like, what was it we were going to talk about? And I mean, it's as clear as crystal when we go to bed. I'm like, oh yeah, that's what we're going to talk about.
On our way back from Wisconsin, we were in the middle of a very powerful conversation, and it was around Esther Hicks and Abraham Hicks.
Yeah.
And there were three things that came to me, and they were so powerful and so pivotal that we could do a small course on. And it was like, this is so clear to me right now. It's like I see the whole lineup for like a very quick 4-week, 6-week course.
Yes.
That there's no possible way I will forget this, and I'll write it down when we stop for gas. Never happen. I can't.
And we stopped for gas.
I have meditated on it. I have tried to pull it back from my memory.
Okay.
It'll come back at some point.
I will help you find it.
But
I will help you find it because we can.
And it'll come back. I believe it.
Well, you need to say, I will remember it.
I will remember it.
Tomorrow morning.
Okay. There we
Be
go.
specific and it will come back by tomorrow morning.
But oftentimes we don't take the power, and sometimes we know what we need to do and we try to take that next bold step, or we sign up for that next thing, or we make the decision, and then we get back to where we were in our normal environment, like that sameness, that comfort zone that we left before we went to a conference.
Yes. And
then we allow our surroundings and our circumstances that we left to pull us back in and to kind of cover us back up with that security blanket. Like I don't want you to change. Your soul knows you need to change.
Right.
But everything around you says, I don't want you to change because we're comfortable with the way you are.
Oh, okay. You just hit a point with me, but I want to say hello to Kevin and Marilyn. Definition, please, of working it. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I was just kidding when I was saying, "Oh, work it, girl." Like I was. So
Jana's going to be helping, I'm serve literally food, making sure she's going to be like a concierge. Well, she's going to be like a concierge.
I'm not serving food.
She's going to make sure that everything goes smoothly for the event.
Whoever's running the event, please don't
Don't put Jana in charge of the food.
I'm not serving food. I will direct people or tell people or greet people.
Jana's tried the serving of the food before at Wendy's. It just didn't turn out very well. That was a disaster.
We ended up with slushies all over the floor.
Peach.
Good morning, Lisa.
Peach slushies.
Sheila says she's had a few aha moments this week, thinking that kids wanted to play drums.
They actually want to play all kinds of instruments.
Oh, they ended up playing that wingle back, a wingle back, a wingle back, a wingle back, a wingle back, that.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle.
Yes, that one. And Kevin's here, so that's fun. But you just said when you get back with people, sometimes you can fall back into your old patterns. And here I wanted to bring this up. We all have an animalistic need to fit in. We all want to fit in. It's almost a survival mechanism so that we don't get killed. And it goes way, way back into the archaic days. So sometimes when we're around people, we can fall back into negative talk, negative thinking, complaining. We can start concentrating on what is instead of where we want to go. So when I say that, we can start focusing on our reality and what's missing.
The reality that we've already made.
Instead of dreaming and scheming of, oh my gosh, I want to create a dream. I want to go after my dream. And as soon as we start talking about creating our dream or going after our dream, now all of a sudden we have made ourselves the outcast. Yeah. And people in the group are like, who does she think she is? Yeah. Like, what is she putting down the atmosphere and the reality that we have created here? That's what's going on in their subconscious mind. They don't realize they're saying that, but it almost offends them in a way. So when you do have an aha moment and you decide, you know what, I need to make a change for me, it's very important that you surround yourself with people who are also making a change and who will support you in doing that. Now, people want to say, oh yeah, I support you. I support you in doing that. Let's go have a cheeseburger.
Yeah,
I support
you in your weight loss program.
And
you can cheat this one time.
Yeah, and whatever you want to do.
It's a special occasion.
Yeah, do you really need to get up at 4 a.m. and meditate? I mean, why don't you just sleep in? It's like those are the little things that
we're all going out tonight.
Yeah.
Why don't you come out until 1 o'clock in the morning?
You can't just go out this one time. We're only having martinis. Like, what's wrong with that? Those are the little tiny things. And you might think, okay, just this one time is no big deal. But those times start to add up over and over and over. And they're taking you away from, you know what? I've decided that I want to be my best self for me. And the more that I show up to be my best self, then the people around me will start taking my lead.
A lot of times you get so focused on what you've created because you've created the reality around you with what you've been privy to and what you believe is possible.
I smell fart.
It's tater.
Yeah, I know. It smells like dog fart.
But you've created everything that you have around you in your life based on what you believe is possible.
Yeah.
And then when you see other people, when you get into the environments where you see other people creating things for themselves, and you know, okay, it's possible for them.
Yes.
It's got to be possible for you. It doesn't, and it's people from all different backgrounds, all different economic means, all different educational means. So it's available for everyone. It's just deciding to make that change and then moving towards it. And then the people that you go back to have not been in the conference world and in that growth, in the growth lane.
Yes.
Because they built the walls up of where possibilities meet impossibilities. And these conferences are designed to lower that wall of between impossibilities and possibilities so you can see over it. Because every time you hit that horizon, you realize, oh my gosh, look what is available out there.
Yeah.
And if it's available for anybody, it's available for everybody.
Available for everybody. And you said so many golden nuggets in there that we might have to rewind it and listen to that again. It was so great. All I know is that tonight I will be working the Better Man event. I think that's what it's called.
Bold event. Better Man is a different
Bolder
group.
Man event. I think it's called the Bolder Man event. I will be working it. Jason will be there as well. He will be as part of it and talking to everybody and attending. So hopefully it will go well. Have a great weekend.
And when you have an aha moment, be bold.
Take action immediately. Write it down and ask yourself, what is one small step I can do right now in this moment to take me toward that goal?
And when you need a community around you to support you, here we are. Hi.
Bye, guys. If the idea of living lucky appeals to you, visit us at startlivinglucky.com.